Stadium, Baton Rouge. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the Texas Longhorns and the LSU Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, the Tigers head coach told me pregame, this is exactly what they expected when the season started. They knew they had to go to the transfer portal, and the quarterback they got has lived up to every expectation. He has shown great leadership, composure, and poise in every moment. But not only that, he has really shown that he can get it done on the field. Late in this season, he's taking them to where they thought they could go. But he has got to get off to a quick start here today to keep that momentum going. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Moves the pocket. It's Levitt. Out wide left, it's Wilson. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Press center downs going to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Caught on the left side by Wilson. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
That's a really nice job holding that pass in, and you think LSU has just been such a breeding ground in recent years for receivers. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, OBJ, Jarvis Landry, they all have the ability to make a play anywhere on the field, and that's what this guy can do. You can line him up anywhere. He can run routes at all three levels of the secondary. The defense has to know where he is lined up every single play.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. In the backfield, it's Brown. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to keep it in the air. Makes the grab. It's Berry. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Looking downfield, it's Levitt. He's got it. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Well, you're seeing this offense aggressive here right out of the gate. I don't even know if they're planning on running the football the rest of this game, the way they're throwing it right now. I mean, they're just throwing caution to the wind. And, David, we know it. They've got a lot of confidence in their skill players throwing the ball, and right now that's been very apparent early.
Well, and now you knocked me back on my heels a little bit. Now I'm like, oh, crud, is this their game plan? Is this going to be pass, pass, pass? So defensively, I'm thinking, how do I make my subs? Do I go dime? Do I go nickel, right? Like, they're definitely pass happy, but the first thing I have to do is get a pass rush and make this quarterback feel uncomfortable.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. 2nd and long here. Quarterback signaling to his guys. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Makes the catch near the sidelines, but he's downed immediately before he gained an inch.
I know everyone's yelling, like, you didn't get the 1st down, we need more yards. But if you think about it, Nice short completion, sets up a third down. And guess what? Nowadays, fourth down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
Eighth play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a third down conversion. From the gun, wants to pass. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down.
On that third down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on fourth.
They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Never a doubt. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. When you reach this point of the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Hand off for Brown. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
You know, God bless Texas, because they can lose great running backs, and they just go into the portal and they get a great running back. Oh, no, they got 2 great running backs. To get Smothers, to get Brown to come over, obviously guys with experience at big-time universities. I expect Texas to be able to run the football and, Jesse, have one of the best 1-2 punches in all of college football.
Yeah, I mean, they want to come play with Arch Manning, let's be honest. And they know it's an offense that defenses are going to be worried about the deep ball, throwing it downfield. So a lot of soft boxes to run into, and there's really no excuse for why these running backs shouldn't absolutely stat it up this year. Steve Sarkisian told us they're going to be committed to running the football and having balance. Because of those names you just mentioned, we're expecting this running game to be elite.
On the option, sees a crease. Nice move to keep running. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smothers. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more, but sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Now, the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. To throw, Manning. Caught in the backfield, it's Coleman. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
It's third down, and they've got to get it to the 33. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Out wide right, it's Coleman. They are on the move. As they pick up the first down, they'll spot it at the 28.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Long way to go on second down. Manning to the air again. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Levin. Fires to the wideout. Right side, it's Wilson. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. Guys, LSU has the lead here. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. First play of the period, first down here. From the gun, it's Durham. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
And these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired. But you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Fires to the big fella. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, first down.
Looking for a man. It's Levin. Caught, it's Brown. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a first down in the red zone.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down. First down. First down. Just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense, we just can't find any answers.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Escapes the pressure to his right. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
They're a perfect 2 for 2 on third down on this drive. They need 8 to move the chains again. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete on third down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. Splits the uprights right down the middle. The lead now 6 here in the second.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They are searching for any type of answer they can find, down 6-0. There he goes. Inside the 50. The 30. He's at the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Texas.
Just hand it to him and let him do the work, man. Over 100 yards on the first half. That big, explosive play. And that will do it. That will get you almost there. When you can hand it off to a guy like this and he can take it the distance, it makes play calling for an offensive guy, it's so much fun. It's easy. Hand it to him, he gone.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Now, guys, when it comes to LSU, by the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
And it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Tight end getting vertical. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Unloads to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Harris. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating, too.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Hits inside, it's Berry. Not much there on the run. He gets one to the 31.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Third and long right here. Making the adjustment. Back to throw, it's Levitt. Back open in the middle. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. The Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Wide receiver comes in motion. Left side, it's Brown. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Second down, gonna throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Green. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. They're about to snap it for the 9th play on this drive, and they need a yard on third down. Wants to throw again. Finds his big tight end. And you go to old Mr. Reliable in the red zone, and you still have a chance to turn this into 6 instead of 3.
And third down, great job by this offense. Move the chains, give yourself another fresh set of downs, but find the big targets in the red zone. Those guys make life easy on a quarterback.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Sends it back in motion. On the snap, it's Durham. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
Well, the offense just trying to go with a little touch pass this time, down close to the goal line, giving it to the receiver and hoping his speed is going to be able to outflank the defense, but nowhere to run. Nice stop on the defensive side of the ball.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Dropping back, it's Levitt. Moving out to the right. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be third down.
That is exactly what I would tell this quarterback to do. Throw that ball away. Don't force it. Don't create a turnover down here in the red zone. We still got a few more downs to go. Nice job by the QB with the decision-making.
The defense trying to make a stand on third and goal. It's buried. He'll be stopped short. Could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal. The Longhorns stop the clock for the final time, calling their 3rd timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. So the offense will try to punch it in here on 4th and goal from the 1. He's looking to pass. Touchdown, Tigers! Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone.
And I like the decision to go for it. And I think a lot of people probably thinking this close to the goal line, 4th and goal, they're going to power it in. Nice job. They had this play ready. They go with the pass. Nice throw, nice catch. Huge job and huge execution on 4th down.
Going for 2 here to try to make the lead 7. To the air, it's Levin. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of 2-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Arch is going to throw for it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions. Go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. They'll run the screen. He didn't make it. He's down at the 32, and that'll be 3 yards short of the line of the game to bring up 4th down. Manning to throw for it on 4th. The pressure on him, and the quarterback goes down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, thanks. Welcome into the Week 11 version of the EA Sports College Football Update Show as we inch closer to bowl season. We start with Notre Dame taking on the Boston College Eagles. And it's the Fighting Irish who win it on their home turf. They take pride in protecting their dirt, so to speak, and they did so today. They're up to double digits, 10 straight victories on the season without a single blemish. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside Sunbelt.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. At the 35, he's open. Hits the accelerator to the right. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Texas! And that one will give him the lead.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing. Rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
Throwing Manning. Right side, it's Coleman. He gets it into the end zone for the 2, and now they lead by a field goal. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. So as soon as they step on the field here in the third quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Unloads it left. Timed that hit perfectly to keep it from making the grab. It'll be... down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Selling the fake. Still looking to his right. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Man, and that's one he probably wants back. And sometimes you underestimate the speed of your guy or how fast he gets out there. And you could tell, just threw that a little bit too far. His receiver didn't have the jets to go catch up with that one.
Trying to make one miss. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Longhorns head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Play action, here's Manning. Buying a little time to his left. Out wide left, it's Wingo. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first, it's at the 37.
That's a nice-looking catch on that play, and I know Texas is known for DBs, and they're known for having really good running backs. Not a lot of great receivers over the years. I'll tell you what, though, this guy has really showed up in this game. He's making plays, and I know they want to continue to build a legacy at this position here in this program.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Longhorn. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was closed out by the fantastic 25-yard touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Sets his feet, it's Levitt. Complete, out left to Wilson. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really...
Lots of room to run. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 26. The give to Caden Durham. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Well, I understand what the quarterback's trying to do. He's trying to get it to his playmaker out there quickly in space, but I don't think he anticipated the linebacker beelining the way he did. It was almost as if the linebacker knew where the QB was going with the football.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Well, he tried everything he could that time just to not take a negative play. He didn't get sacked. It was a great job avoiding that. He's just able to get what he can get on the scramble play here, down close in the red zone.
They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. To the air, it's Clement. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Well, here's an interesting decision. It's early in the game. Do you want to be aggressive and try to seize momentum and go for this? Or do you just take the field goal and take the points?
So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. This is now a 7-point game.
Hey, listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Manning on play action. Flush to the left. Left side, it's Wingo. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And I like what the quarterback did to finish the run. He buys a little bit of time, scrambles out to his left, and as a right-handed quarterback, you really understand you got to square those shoulders while you're running, which can be difficult if you want to throw an accurate throw like he did right there.
Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Fake and wants to throw. Buying time to his right. Trying to escape and get it himself. He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
Well, 2 things I love by the quarterback on that play. 1, his ability to flush outside the pocket and make a quick decision. No one's open and I'm taking off and running. And 2, get out of bounds. No need to take a big hit. Just save yourself, save the body. Fresh set of downs coming up. Well done.
Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
Maybe that stop shows this defense is tightening up, especially in the run game. The offense, frankly, they've been able to do whatever they want to do. They just handed the ball off. This guy's having success left and right. No, sir, no mas, get it together.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Manning taking a shot. And the incomplete pass, taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
And this offense is just, they've struggled to get in a rhythm, and I like they take a shot down the field, but interested to see how they can maybe get some easy completions for this quarterback and get him in a little bit of a rhythm.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. Manning trying to quiet this crowd. Turns it upfield. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
And he's dragged down. They'll mark it at the 19. Into the red zone, it'll be 1st down. One more time, it's Brown. Might have a chance. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short, and teams want to make their move in the rankings. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Longhorns! They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
LSU, 15.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. Now let's see if they can pull this one out.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Look out! Out wide right, it's Berry. Makes the grab in their space. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, LSU! He got a step and just dusted the field.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. These running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. And last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Brown again. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field to play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Got him on the RPO. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. They're going to leave it in the hands of their offense on 4th down from their own territory, holding the lead. Timeout called by LSU. That's their second. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a one-possession lead. Needs it. He will be stopped short of the line to gain, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. Be curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Sets his feet. It's Levitt. Throws to the tight end. Right side, it's Green. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
Sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Touchdown, Texas! The defense takes matters into its own hands. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Drops back on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Brown. Makes a grab and room to run. The 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, LSU!
Such a nice job by the wide receiver there on the corner route. He did a nice job off of the stem, not telegraphing where he was going. The defender had no idea. And when he broke to the corner, he created a little bit of separation. There was an accurate throw. He made the catch and then took it into the end zone.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to...
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And here's what I like about that, man. That feels like an instinctive play. Like this guy almost knew it was coming. You know, most of the time in a bootleg, they want to show you the run first, but he wasn't buying it, went right to the quarterback, saw it, and made the big sack.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man in the middle. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Defense there to stop him after a 4-yard gain, and it was a good move that got him that much.
And the running back there did everything that he's coached to do, right? They've got the lead late in this game. You've got to stay in bounds. You're finding yards. It's a positive run, but you're not going out of bounds. Really well done.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Send the tight end in motion. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. One more time, it's Brown. He's brought down, but enough to move the sticks one more time and to move this game into the win column.
And that's not a surprise to anybody, including the defense, that they turn and they give it to their running back, who they've been giving it to all game long. Up front, the offensive line, they deserve a ton of credit. Blocked and paved the way. This rushing attack has been lethal, and I'm not surprised that's how they end this football.
And that's the kind of guy, too, David, you want at the end of the game, because he wants the ball into his hands to ice this thing. He's looking over the sidelines before that play call, and he's like, give it to me, let me finish this thing and win this game for us, and that's exactly what happened.
A give to Brown. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
The Longhorns pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.